Yeah, he's a good boy. All right, let's play some American Truck Simulator. You can stop that now. Should probably tweet out that I switched what I'm doing. Twitch.tv/RevScarecrow. Lol, I'm driving. Rule 11 and Blizzard are trending. Oh, okay. Jesus. Trump's lawyer says in short that she was asking questions about the thing. She got Rule 11 sanctions for a frivolous lawsuit for just the fact that they wanted to use the lawsuit for political reasons. I mean, yeah, I didn't know that was a law, but yeah, that sounds right. Blizzard did a big old layoff. They gotta have those record profits, and that means you gotta, like, fire some people. I have submitted my synfession. No, we're not doing synfessions today. We're doing nicefessions today. Are you ready to explore Kansas? No. Then I submitted my nicefession. Okay. And again, specifically what a nicefession is it's gonna be, you know, a thing that you, either you did or someone else did that was very nice. There's too many, like, just kind of negative, I don't know. It's not gonna be self-jerking, but I want, like, people to, I don't know. Short route length. Oh, I did it backwards. Route length up, and then... There's none that go through there? Really? That one's all right. I donated $20,000 to charity. I am so cool and totally real. I will admit that I did play, which, I don't know, it's Call of Duty Warzone something or other. After I said I wouldn't, because I hadn't spoken to my brother in forever, and it was like the only way that I was going to be able to do that in any reasonable sense. Which is, you know, going against my morals, but, you know. It is what it is. I hope that this is successful because I want to add a little bit of positivity and I want to, like, browbeat you guys in doing nice things. Warzone is fine. There are better games. My brother doesn't know that. He also doesn't have a gaming PC, really. He just has, like... I forget if he has a PS5 or an Xbox. But he uses that to play games. So I've got to play games that are on that are cross-platform and also PS5 or whatever. Signaling to no one, like a good boy. If I switch into the turning lane, I should be fine. Is he coming up on my... Okay, he's gonna be in that far lane, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I want to make sure that I actually get to play with him, you know, hang out with him, see my brother, or, you know, hear his voice anyway. It's not a good shot. I bought him a, no, it was a PS5. He has a PS5 because he kept complaining about a controller, and I bought him a new PS5 controller for Christmas a couple of years ago because I wanted him not have to have excuses. Because he's like, yeah, I've got this really old, beat up controller, so that's the reason I can't aim. I'm like, all right. Bet. Skill issue. He got a good laugh out of it. So I think that counts too, yeah. Did I lose connection? Oh, it's still going. Okay. But, you know, I've been looking for a good phone game, and found out that, what is it, Pico 8 or Pico 6 is a thing? And that is like that's a cool thing, because you can just load up a game on itch.io, and it'll be in that, like, it'll play like a game. It'll have, like, a D-pad and stuff. So I played, like, a little bit of Doom. Pico 8 is on mobile? Yeah, if you load up a game that's on itch.io, and I was able to play, like I said, Doom. And then I played this game called High Stakes, which is it's like a card gambling game with a vampire aesthetic. The idea is that vampires drained you of all but like 25 milliliters. And you have to bet your blood back from vampires to get back to like the 3,000 milliliters that are in the average human body or whatever. At first I thought it sucked because it didn't really explain anything. But then once I understood what like the rules were, I was just like, oh my god. Have I tried just one boss? I have not. I saw it. But I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Try that game. It's on itch.io and it's called High Stakes. It's like very good rev game tier. I'd give that a +1. It's a good one, man. Because it's all about, like, you know, figuring out what the cards are that you have left. It's like a 3x3 grid of playing cards, with one of the cards being a vampire that's like worth 10, and you have a thing that tells you like, oh, it's gonna be like 6 or higher, whatever this card is that hasn't been flipped over. You have another one that compares the card that you can see to the ones next to it and tells you greater than or less than that. There's one that tells you which square or which card the vampire's under in like a couple of different spots. It's like, it's a really neat game because it's pretty straightforward and it's great for just like chilling out. Oh, Shagaroli, I will take your recommendations. Yeah. Got the Guinness Book of World Records for largest mental breakdown. How are you? Yesterday I was not good, so I probably got that. I did get to play some Warhammer yesterday, though. So that was nice. Played against a guy who was really nice. He won, technically, by, like, 2 points, but also, like, he kind of fucked up his rules for a bit. It didn't seem like he was cheating. He just didn't realize that Rubric Marines don't get full rerolls to wound in melee. It's just, you know, at range. He had like, I don't know. It's a pretty solid list, I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, can you handle 80 boys? It's great. And I don't think it got changed any with the balanced data slate that came out today, because I didn't have any knobs in the list. I do think I have some trucks, and I think trucks went up by 5. Yeah, he wasn't cheating, he just like got the rule wrong, because I mean, like, yeah, should Rubric Marines be able to do what regular other Chaos Legionnaires do? Yes. But do they? No. Alright. I can handle 80 femboys, yeah. Will do. Currently getting back to developing a 101 game. The updates to errata all looks like stuff that, like, if you're not playing that way already, you're just an asshole. I didn't see any, like, YouTube title needs a... What? Got the date wrong on it, but otherwise it should be up. Don't know why that's not working. Sorry about that. Thank you for the heads up, y'all. But I honestly think that, like, just what if all boys is like a legitimate strat right now? I think it's actually kind of great. It does give up all of the assassinate. So if you're concerned about that, then yeah, you're gonna give up a secondary, but who chooses fixed secondaries? Like, almost no one. And a lot of factions want that extra CP, so they probably don't even pick it anyway. I don't know why that didn't update. Thank you for the call out, y'all. See what else is going on. Jeez. Been working on some aesthetic stuff that I want to do with painting, and I've been using pastels to do it. It's really nice, because then I don't have to get out all my paint stuff, and I can kind of do it while I'm sitting next to my wife, which is great. I don't think that pastels are ever going to be my thing, but just to try out, like, theoretical stuff involving, like, layering and color mixing, it's good enough, and I do want to try that. Yeah, I kind of have mixed feelings about pastels as well. I don't really like saturated colors. I like very vibrant colors. You know? It's one of the nice things about acrylic, is you get very bold colors. I don't like how messy they are either. Oh. Skill issue. I signaled. Does vibrant mean not saturated? More or less, yeah. Saturated is like more gray. The saturation makes it like less pure color and more of like a grayish mid-tone. You mean less saturation. Thank you. It's never good at the words. Saturation is more color, right. What's your stance on mandalas? I mean, like, you know, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I don't, so I don't. But if people enjoy doing... I'm never gonna, like, shit on someone's parade when it comes to, like, that kind of stuff. Yeah, charcoal gets everywhere. You can tell who's like a first-year art student because they just look like they came out of the coal mine. Been listening to some new audiobooks. I found one that was an isekai, but get this, it's Warhammer. It's so incredibly cringe. I've started it to listen to it a couple of times, and I just can't stomach it. It's so bad. The premise is that this dude works in an office, and he gets invited to, like, an office party or whatever. Oh yeah, I would always get covered in paint and charcoal and all that. Or a friend of mine in college was like, you look like a little kid with all that paint on you. Because I would, like, you know, wipe it off, and like I'd think I'd have all of it off, but then I'd have some still on my hands. And so I would just like get little bits of paint on my head when I like scratch my like nose or something. So it's like, okay, but anyway, back to this, like, isekai. So the guy gets invited to this office party, and this guy randomly asks him, like, oh, what, if you could be reincarnated in any universe, which one would you pick? And the guy, like, just starts talking about Warhammer to this guy, and the guy's like, okay. And the guy actually, like, wants to listen to him talk about Warhammer, which is, like, one of the least realistic bits of this whole story. And he's like, yeah, I could totally be like a chapter master of a Space Marine Legion or something. And so the guy like fucking kills him, like poisons him, right? And then so he does reincarnate, and just like he's like, yeah, I can go ahead and like switch this all around. I could fix the Imperium of Man. I could get it off the track of, like, doomsday desolation. It's like, no the fuck you can't. No the fuck you can't. Konosuba is actually funny. It's horribly written and it's very cringe. Let's see, what else have I been listening to? Want to get isekai? Fucking kills you. Yeah, seriously. What is this one called? I don't know. It's just like Warhammer Isekai. Chapters 1 through 10 or something like that on YouTube. It's read by like a TTS voice. And like whoever uploaded it definitely did not like read it at all. They just found a story and uploaded it, which is shit. And they didn't like cut out all. You don't want to go to the Warhammer universe. Like, best case scenario, you live your life without getting killed, and you just eat corpse starch until the day you die. Like, that's one of the worst universes to get isekai to. But I don't know anything about Berserk. So I don't know if I'd want to live there. But Warhammer is definitely on my, like, list of definitely don't fucking live there. I don't know if you die from a Family Guy. Would you get... Okay. What are the odds that you get horribly murdered or something in Berserk? You die from demons. Okay. Pretty high? Okay, then I guess it's Family Guy, but I don't like that. I'm gonna hit that sign. Holy crap, it's RevScarecrow. Holy crap, it's me. Like, the problem with the Family Guy universe is you could be doing something and then just get blindsided by some bullshit. And then just, like, you're doing something and then suddenly, like, I don't know, Kiss is there. They're like, hey, what's up, man? And then it's just like, what? So yeah, Warhammer high up on the list of places you don't want to get isekai to. Okay, let's go ahead and take this marker off because we don't need it anymore. And now we're just gonna go to Raton or whatever. Like, the thing about Warhammer is just knowing the names of the Chaos Gods is enough to sometimes kill you outright. Like, to get their attention. Like, I remember listening to this one story, and it's just like, there's an infection of stuff that's literally, they just know that Nurgle exists. And it's killing them. And they're getting, like, super diseased from just understanding his name. And so, like, as, like, a fan of the series, like, you were gonna just know all of these things? You know shit that's redacted or, like, not helpful? It's not even that you say the word. Not even speaking the name is enough in some cases. Just knowing the name. Or being able to conceive it, you know? And the fact that you know all four? So just like, if this is canon, the guy just fucking summons a warp storm wherever he's born and dies. And it's just like, that sounds horrible. Like, the less you know about Warhammer, the better your odds of surviving are, to some degree. Imagine you're the guy that only knows retcon stuff, yeah. It's like Roko's Basilisk level of, like, cognito hazard. Yeah, if you get stuck on some agri world that never gets into any strife because it just doesn't fucking matter. What if you remember the 5th Chaos God? Well, he's not canon anymore, so you're fine. You would definitely be some sort of heathen or heretic for knowing this stuff. The only way I think you could get away with it is if... Oh, yeah, I normally paint with acrylics. Well, thank you. $30K would be better? You want to live on Earth when the Horus Heresy is happening? People keep saying that, Mock, and I'm wondering if that's true. Then I started listening to this other book, and it's actually okay. I believe it's called Nightcrawler? Night Stalker? Rev, you should finger paint. Nothing? You don't? Oh yeah, knowing nothing. Warhammer 1K, is that anything? The year 1000 of Earth? I mean, yeah, that's just like, read a history book? Like, Warhammer 40K is referencing the year 40,000. Warhammer 30K is referencing the events of the year 30,000. There's some events that happen in, like, the year 1000 in Warhammer, but mostly it's just like, what's the Emperor up to? So most of the other races are just like vibing or whatever. Kind of works like oil paint, works a bit like acrylics and watercolors. Oh, fuck, that actually sounds kind of good. So Star Trek is possibly canon. Yeah, the show Star Trek is canon. Warhammer 20K is the year 20,000. Where are you, Emperor? Well, if you're some sort of right-wing nut job, you think that Trump's the Emperor, which is unironically a thing that people believe. They might be ironic about it, but yeah, it's not. What year is fantasy? I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with fantasy and Sigmar and such. Get the fuck out of the way. There's a gold Trump statue at CPAC that people were praying to. That's not good. It has to be a meme? It could be. I hope it's a meme. But people at least think he's as great as the guy that unifies the whole planet under one banner. By being a massive fucking toolbag and fascist. The golden calf has arrived. Turns out that he's just a rotund man painted orange. Idolatry is fine, don't worry about it. Okay, later friends. I hope you have a good one, man. I've gone off the trail. Please allow me to keep going this way. Nope, there's a wall there. Cool. Jesus, fuck, I jackknifed hard there. Living with the Leagues of Votan. Just don't piss anyone off. But I mean, that's every faction, isn't it? Car didn't get as fucked up as I thought I was gonna get from that. God, we almost missed it. We all make mistakes, Daniel. It's okay. Yeah, I think that, like, ideally, if you die in the Warhammer universe, you die quickly, painlessly, and, like, your soul is not driven to insanity. Just, like, die overdosing on stims or something. Like, just do hard drugs in some fucking, like, dumpster somewhere where no one will find your corpse. Sounds ideal. It's that way your body can't be ground up into corpse starch. I'm not on the road, so it doesn't count as me blowing a red light. Does Warhammer have a sexy robot faction? I've seen some really fucking weird art of Necrons. So, I guess? And then Admech are apparently femboys, so if that's your thing, you could find some Skitari femboys. Robots are generally illegal in Warhammer, though, yes. They had a big fucking issue with that. It's the canon reason that Darktide does not allow AI art in their submissions to art contests, which is fucking hilarious. I think I could do that. That's pretty straightforward. Mars had a bit of a moment. Where the fuck is this going? Back here? You know what? Fuck this. Hey, I made money. Good enough. The Men of Iron, yeah. There's a couple still roaming around, but they got sentience and then they started going absolutely apeshit and killing people. You know, standard uprising sort of thing. Roswell to Clovis would really be nice. I'm trying to complete New Mexico now, by the way. That one's okay. It gets another one. I'll take that one. Can you run over civilians in this game? No, they're always behind barricades. Are there furries other than Skaven in Warhammer? There are no wolves on Fenris. Maybe. It kind of depends on what your definition of a furry is. There's a Space Marine faction that's their gene seed is corrupted and it slowly turns them into wolves. So they have like an in-between phase where they like are just like half man, half wolf. They just kind of look like hairy dudes. There's a lot of abhuman combinations, which are generally just considered to be killed. Like, just murder that. Purge the heretic. Kill the unclean. Yeah, I guess they're like half wolf. I've never really looked too much into it. Because just they're not my thing. Is that the Lamentors? No, Cosmic Jesters are the Harlequins. Lamentors are the guys that are like, we're really sorry we fucked up. We'll do better next time. Spoilers, they don't. You want to see a group of people get their ass handed to them repetitively. But anyway, so this other book I found, I think it's called Nightcrawler or Night Walker, something like that. The Harlequins are not explicitly connected to a Chaos God. They're connected to a Eldar God, which is not Chaos aligned. Shurgorath or whatever. Are there actual robots that are still around and plan their revenge in Warhammer? Yes, but there's so few of them that it's just going to be like one robot on a mission, usually hidden away somewhere. I had rules for a Man of Iron in Blackstone Fortress a little while ago. There's one model to represent him. There's also the robots in Leagues of Votan, which they just treat as people. Or dwarves, but you know what I mean. Well, humans can't make more robots, but the dwarves are okay with it. Fast food American. I love it. What race did StarCraft base the Protoss on? I want to say those are Eldar, but I don't know. Tau was the 90s. Yeah, that's probably right. Could have been Tau. When did StarCraft come out? Tower after StarCraft, so it has to be Eldar then. Protoss definitely has a bit of an Eldar vibe, but I'm not sure if it's like enough, you know? The world's most happy cattle. They're also Dark Eldar, yeah. Or Drukhari, as they're called now. Where they're just like, what if we're still gonna be kinky? Even though it was a really fucking bad idea. Need to look up what the name of this one was. Because I've been listening to it. It is called Post-Apocalyptic Audiobook Night Stalker. Might be plural. That's what it's on YouTube called. It's pretty okay. Gonna have a little bit of spoilers for like the first 2 hours or so. But the general premise is that it takes place in Austin, which is first off interesting, because I'm in Austin. But I don't know if the person who wrote this is from Austin, because a leafcutter ant is referenced fairly early on, and I've never fucking seen one. Like, he's just outside. He's outside and he sees one. This is not a Warhammer thing. No, this is this is an audiobook. I've changed subjects. Go look for ants. I mean, the only ants that I've ever seen are like fire ants. The ones that like, when they bite you, it burns. They're just kind of assholes. Do you think less of me because no matter how many times I try, I can't bring myself to watch your Homestuck streams? Oh, thank God. I couldn't see what the whole thing was for a second there because I had the chat in front of the chat. So I was, yeah. Thank you for the 35 bits, Da Beast. It's very kind of you. Yeah, no, not watching Homestuck is fair and fine. I do not understand Homestuck, IQ too small. It's, no. I think that the pacing's just awkward. Homestuck playlist is a good sleep aid, yeah. Seems like a thing for freaks. It is, yeah. Which is why I kind of liked it. I wish it had a slightly better editing, but otherwise it's fine. What was I talking about? Oh, right, so this book. So it's kind of like your standard, like, apocalypse book, but it went a direction that I didn't expect. So the guy's, like, barbecuing. His kid's, like, shooting Nerf darts, and their golden retriever's, like, going and catching the darts and bringing them back. Very wholesome, good entertainment, right? And his wife's in the kitchen doing something or other, and then they get like a Amber Alert sort of thing. When are gonna be nicefessions? We'll do this for like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and then we can switch over. I think that sounds fine. But yeah, they get like an Amber Alert thing, But instead of it being an Amber Alert, which I guess we have a national alert system in America, every cell phone gets a text message alert, letting you know, hey, there's a thing going on. So like there was a Hawaii missile scare a while back where they were like, hey, like, missiles are gonna hit Hawaii, fucking run. You know, and that was just a test thing, but they fucked up and pressed the switch wrong. That happened right before COVID. I believe that's correct, yeah. But, anyway. I figured y'all had that in Europe as well, but just wanted to explain what I was talking about anyway. So yeah, they get this national alert thing that says, like, an asteroid is headed towards the Gulf of Mexico. Get to safety now, or you're fucked. And so they like huddle in the kitchen, and the shockwave reaches from the Gulf of Mexico to Austin and blows out their windows. Which okay. So I thought that was gonna be like the thing that did it, because it's like they created like an EMP blast as well. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Turns out fucking isn't. That's not how asteroids work. But it is how aliens work, because they're fucking aliens. And they're not like smart aliens, they're just showing up, killing people like wild animals. So yeah, the rest of the series seems to be like about aliens. They do a time skip fairly early on, which is really weird because most like it's sort of like the equivalent of skipping over a superhero's like backstory. Don't we know about asteroids years before any potential collision? Yeah, I was letting that go. Like, anytime an asteroid has gotten close to Earth, it's been reported. People freaked out and it was fine. So, I'm gonna keep listening to it because it's like fairly well written. The main character's kind of a prick, but I'm okay with that. Like, he kind of leaves a few dozen people to die to be able to save his own family, which, like, I get. That seems like a thing people would do. 2018 was the Hawaiian missile scare. God, yeah. Same thing happened in Canada in 2020. How the fuck do you do it twice? I mean, I know it's a different country, but maybe you check and make sure yours isn't fucked like that. It was a nuclear meltdown scare. Wow, fun. So I don't know if the book's gonna be any good, but I'm listening to it on YouTube, so it's free. It's pretty okay. Rev, YouTube auto the last live. Oh, I don't know what that sentence means. It auto-assigned to the other live thing as Final Fantasy. What? Apparently a Missouri senator proposed a bill to legally settle differences with duels. Okay. I think there should be like a PvP area of the United States. Like, not all states, but like you have to like schedule a trip. I watched a really interesting thing about Waffle House recently and it made me sad. You want to know why Waffle House is like that? I've heard of Rifts, I've never played it. Like how? So, for Americans in the audience, have you ever seen an advertisement of any kind for Waffle House? Like, ever? Like an ad? Like, what's their jingle? Like, they don't do advertising. Waffle House is a 24-hour, 24/7 American diner where you can get waffles, subpar food, and people are just insane. Based? Fuck ads? No, here's what they do. They cheap out on not spinning ads. We have Denny's. It's a lot like Denny's. But at Waffle House, you can get stabbed to death. Like, you go to Waffle House to, like, maybe eat. It's a bit like IHOP. Yeah, it's like subpar IHOP. But here's the deal. They just don't pay their employees well. I was watching, like, a video on it. A guy was talking about why he set up, like, the union they're trying to do. And he's like, yeah, I came in and, like, one of my colleagues had been shot to death out in the parking lot. So he closed the Waffle House for, like, an hour, and then they brought it back, like, the same day. And they're like, we need someone to cover the shift. They put up a bench in that guy's memory. They don't get paid particularly well. There's no security. The 24/7 schedule and, like, the hype around it. Like, the idea that people go to Waffle House to fight people is actually branding and advertising for them. You'd think it would be bad, but people love to talk about, like, hey, did you see that fight that happened at Waffle House? That's their MO. That's why they're doing that. So literally the reason that Waffle House is like that is because of capitalism, which is really sad. That's stupid. I just want to eat my waffles. Yeah. But yeah, no one goes to, like, Waffle House during the middle of the fucking day. You show up in the middle of the night so you can see someone get killed. Also, Waffle House is, like, considered, like, a way to tell whether or not like, how bad a natural disaster is because of how fucked their, like, corporate structure is. That, like, they stay open regardless of... It's called the Waffle House Index. This is real. If a disaster rolls through an area, the first business to get back into working order is always Waffle House. So, like, things are starting to go back to normal once Waffle House opens. Like, Waffle House is a fucked place, is what I'm trying to say. Haven't they gotten sued for having bad corporate practices? Yeah. And they're trying to set up a union, but I mean, like, I don't know, when you give that little of a shit about people, I don't know how that's gonna go, but I hope that it works out for him. Yeah, if Waffle House is closed, something's very wrong. You're right. Conversely, it's also true. Like, if the Waffle House isn't open during the hurricane's actually a threat. Like, they definitely need to unionize. It's absolutely ridiculous what they have to go through. Big fan of that shit. Unions, I mean, not employees having to worry about whether or not they'll die or not. I wonder what the odds of getting killed as a Waffle House employee are. Tired of low wages and workplace violence, Waffle House workers are organizing. We're sick and tired of making poverty wages, the constant threat of in-store violence, and the mandatory meal deductions. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. They charge you $30 a week for meals. Doesn't matter if you eat them or not. You just have to pay them $30. Which is, how dangerous is Waffle House? Waffle House violence is so common, it's become a meme. Yeah, I mean... I can't find any, like, information on the Waffle House thing. Like, what the likelihood of, like, getting killed. Like, I want to know, like, is it safer to be a cop or a Waffle House employee? Well, I stream at a Waffle House for charity. They don't deserve that shit, man. After the shit they go through, the fact that you have to pay the company... Like, assuming you're getting paid minimum wage, which... How much do you get paid at Waffle House? $7.25 on up to $20.55 for a cook. So it depends on where your position is, but I would imagine it's probably closer to the lower end. So for minimum wage, you could get stabbed to death. What a world. Fast food workers are in general... I mean, I know... Well, also, Waffle House employees are not allowed to, like, use lethal force to defend themselves. You know what I mean? Like, cops are. So, okay. $30, right? $7.25. 2 hours gets you $14.50. So 4 hours would get you just shy of $30. You essentially get half a day's pay taken out of your paycheck every week. That is wage theft at a level I have not seen before. That is absolutely fucking insane. That's a cop. Is that even legal? Their employees say it's not. Yeah, don't work at Waffle House. It's violent and shitty. And like, they'll call you in because they'll be like, hey, Kendra fucking died. She got shot to death out in the parking lot and we need someone to cover. I can't imagine working that job. That sounds horrible. So it turns out that's the reason that Waffle House is like that, and it's sad. Shouldn't tips cover it? Oh, fuck, who knows, man. I'm sure they do that with the tips thing. I don't know if they get tips. They'd have to make a class action lawsuit, and you'd have to have the money to do it. As a Britoid, I thought the Waffle House violence thing was a meme. Nope, hold on.
That here at Felicity...
Not that. Sorry. That's a copyrighted song. There we go. Like, look at that catch she does. She got fired for that, by the way. She catches the thing mid-air and just goes, nah. Like, it's incredibly easy to find videos of people, like, fighting each other. You can compare how many deaths that happened at Waffle House last year to how many cops died on the job. I don't know if you have to fire a dead employee. I think they just are not working for you anymore. So you don't have to give them severance or anything. Or like unemployment. If you decide to go to Waffle House, tip your waiter or waitress a lot and be kind. Oops. Ah, fuck me. It's safer. There's a statistic that says that it's safer to work in the military than at Waffle House. I don't know about that. Firing a dead employee sounds very dystopian. Yeah, yeah. Like, there's a lot of desk jobs in the military. I would like to see the source on that one, Renaskell. Also, if you haven't submitted your story, today is the last day to submit your story. So, do that. I don't think that Waffle House does death benefits, considering they don't even pay, like, a living wage. Why did you throw stronger in there? I was gonna try, but I don't know what scares people. Fair enough. We're gonna read them tomorrow. So make sure you submit exclamation point story in chat if you want to do so. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. You submitted yours just a couple hours ago. Oh, that's good. I mean, he's Daft Punking. Yeah, I was just wondering why. I was playing BattleBit yesterday. I ended up running into this guy who was mic spamming music, but he wasn't mic spamming like the usual shit that's awful. Or like Fortune's Son or whatever, like it normally would be. They're mic spamming Dota by Bass Hunter. And so I followed that dude around for the whole song. I'm like, yes, let's fucking go. Is this song good? No, I haven't heard it in years though. You got in my head, yeah. You got a fucking, like, party going. Are you a cop? He's not a cop. I mute a good deal. There was this guy playing, like, country music. Like, it was, like, Christian country music over the mic. And I was like, listen, I don't know how to mute you without jumping out of this helicopter, so I'm gonna give you two choices. You turn that shit off, or I crash this helicopter. And everyone else in the helicopter was like, no, don't do it. I was not having a good day when this happened. He didn't. So that helicopter did a full, like, 180 flip upside down and went rotor down into the ground. Got called a whole bunch of slurs by people half my age. I can fly the helicopters in that game reasonably well. Why do young people suck? People suck. And, yeah. Not all of them, but some of them. Oh, Clown Pubes is just upset that that's the state of the world, that there are children that, you know... Zoomers are fine. Honestly, I'm hoping that Zoomers do what Millennials didn't, and I'm hoping Millennials can do what Millennials didn't. Most people grow out of it, but when you're like a kid, you're cringe as shit. Zoomers are fine, Doomers are the problem, yeah. We're better than Gen X, so shut your mouth. I know. I'm saying, like, I mean, I like how Gen X treated millennials. That was pretty legit. And we need to do that as well for Zoomers. Or better. Just make, you know, their lives as easy as possible to... Fuck, I missed my exit. Well, fuck everyone else, I guess. Zoomers think that people over the age of 30 are too old. I mean, they're right, but they shouldn't say it. Yeah, generation stuff is usually kind of a myth. I mean, it's demographic groups. And it's kind of vague at that. God damn it. But as long as we're talking about demographic groups as if it's like a thing, I feel like, you know. Yeah, I noticed the fucking wall. It could be insightful, but yeah, it does promote some bad behavior. The idea that all, like, this is gonna be a hot take and chat's gonna be mad at me about this, but the idea that all, like, boomers are bad is stupid as shit. Not all boomers are bad. There's some good ones. Some of them were just like us, where they just didn't have control over their lives. And they had to go along with what was going on. I mean, my parents are cool, but some people's parents are not. Perfect. And some boomers just don't know what's going on, man. Like, they don't mean anything by it. They're just ignorant, you know? I think I just heard someone knock on my door. Give me a sec. Coming! Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. You guys saying nice things about me behind my back? You son of a bitch. I treat you guys to, like, quality entertainment as best as I can provide, and you guys say nice things about me behind my back. I swear to fuck. Is that a fucking golf cart? What? Revstream bad, affectionate. Thank you. I'm joking. I really appreciate that, y'all. Thank you. After this blue car? Yeah, we're going for it. You got me through my bad UC day? No worries, dude. Y'all get me through some really fucking shit-ass days as well. It's a lot easier for me to see, like, you know, oh, I could be a bigger streamer. I could do XYZ better. Is that a fucking water park? Is that a... Let's go? Fuck yeah? Hey, Tununu. Thank you for the raid. Can we go to Hershey Park? I don't think we can go there here right now. We're also in Texas, I think. Forgot where we started. No idea where the fuck we are. The raiders are slapping us? I don't know what hand raid means. Tuna, how was your stream? What were you doing? What are we busting this weird-ass Yui for? Do we all get hand jobs? Do we just, like... Drawing a print of Xander Mobus. I have no idea who that is. How did it go? I'll be at a con. Oh, cool! Which convention you going to? He's a Smash announcer. Oh. Oh, wow, okay. Link. Me. When there were people thinking that that leak with the Mii fighter was actually just going to be the announcer as another fighter. Face! Shit. That cop didn't notice that I was speeding. Oh, like, yeah, I know, I didn't hit him. Me. Love that. Can you get arrested? No, just fined to the ground. Train. I think Zoomers probably have depression because, like, you know. You know. All right, well, if that cop was cool with me, I will go past this cop without hitting him. No, go ahead and pass me, dickwad. I was reading this article this morning. Total is reading this book, and I need to figure out what the name of it is because I think you guys would like it. It's about a knight and the court mage, and they run away together, all lesbian-y and stuff. And now they just have like a bookshop or something that they do together, rather than like working for the king. It's apparently very good and adorable. It's the last time I'm not hitting a cop. Like, I'm hitting every other cop that I see. It just seems like cozy slice of life kind of shit. That's the wrong turn. If you're in your 40s, you're not a Zoomer. You're a millennial. Like me, I'm almost 36. 36 next month. I'll probably stream on my birthday because my wife has work, so I'll stream until she gets home. Could do the Alan Wake subathon then, maybe. Then I kind of want to spend my time with my wife on my birthday. Ugh. Will you still be gaming in your 80s? Probably, assuming video games are still good. Like, what the fuck is this on the side of the road? Cum? Leaves? Sand? Gravel? Meth? Cocaine? Cotton. I mean, yeah, sure, there's plenty of games to play. Like PS2 era, sure. I like new stuff, though. They're doing their best with the cloud texture in this game. I think that this game does a pretty good job of not being obtrusive with the way that its skybox works. I mean, yeah, I think I'll be a little bit surprised if I live to my 80s as well. I'm honestly surprised I've made it this far. So there's that. So I'm kind of just like, I don't know. We're just on free time now. Is that like a fire hydrant that's been hit or something? The fuck is going on over there? I kind of want to go check that out. I mean, my exit's right there, but I'm gonna go check and see what this is. Is this like a fire hydrant that someone hit or something? Looks like it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's like a manhole. Can I like park over it? Seems to be solid. Cackeye, thank you for the 4 months of support. Oh, that seems really low. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Yeah? You... The fuck is wrong with your face, dude? Fucking Fucking weird ass freak. All right, go. It's his fucking face. I don't know why that was so funny to me. All right, up here. There we go. But yeah, I was reading this article this morning when my wife was reading that book. And it was about Austin. I tweeted about it. See if I can like pull the tweet up. It's from the Austin American Statesman. Someone in the I have no idea what I'm hauling right now. Austin metro area is the second best in the US for the middle class, which is interesting because I'm very solidly middle class and we're leaving because this place sucks ass. The Austin, Round Rock, Georgetown metropolitan area is the second best in the country for those living in the middle class to live in, according to a 2022 report. The Ludwig Institute for Shared Economic Prosperity, never heard of them before, but they're dumb as fuck. An economic policy research organization ranks Austin metro area second among the 50 largest metro locations across the US based on metrics like unemployment rates, average weekly earnings, and the total cost of living changes since 2005. Austin area, blah 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 area, was slightly edged out San Jose, California, which took the top spot. How expensive are groceries in Texas? The Lone Star State ranks in the U.S. on the top 10 most expensive states to get groceries. Ludwig Institute calculated the average total earnings of Austinites to be about $1,126 a week. That's the second lowest amongst the top 5 metropolitan areas on the list. Nearly 34% of all metro residents in Austin don't make enough money to make their basic needs. According to the Institute, however, more than 25%, the average household has more than 25% of its income after paying for things like housing, food, and childcare. The average home, despite that, a third, rounding up, a third, do not have enough money to make like basic needs. Texas is 2023's most popular state to move to for the third straight year, U-Haul report says. Okay. Don't know if that's true. Austin metro rate of unemployment was 42.8% in 2022. Like, fucking half the people that live here don't have jobs. What do you mean this place is great for the middle class? And then I realized you're not in the middle class if you're too poor to have, like, if you don't have a job, you aren't in the middle class. The cost of living has increased by 60% since 2005. Smaller change than many of the other metro areas in this list. What the fuck is this? That's the whole article. There's like, it gives the numbers for like other cities and stuff. Yeah, that's apparently good. And there's like a mass, like there's the Texas brain drain that's happening right now because the politics in Texas are so shit, people are leaving. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's just go. What does it say about Minneapolis? I think it was in the top 10. Let me check. Minneapolis. Minneapolis is in 6th place. Just under Washington and just above Portland, Washington. Not to be confused with Oregon or Maine. That's a totally insane statistic to throw out there and be like, yeah, it's fucking great here. What the fuck was that guy doing? He was working on the road? Kind of looked like he was just doing squats. Like, Texas doesn't rank well in any fucking thing. What are you talking about? Aside from a lot of people move here for some reason. Jobs, I guess? But even still, they said like half the people who live here, I mean, it was during COVID times, but even still? It's not even the biggest state. California is bigger, right? Like square footage wise? Alaska? Right. Like, Texas has nothing going for them. They're not in the top 10 of anything. Except for apparently Austin's one of the best cities to live in. Top 1 of states that would give Ted Cruz a job out of 1. News publications jab at Texas even over here. Sure. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Wind through the buildings making a whistling sound. Kind of horrifying. Just be like, what could make this place worse? And then there's that sound. I'm like, that sounds like a bomb dropping. I guess I'll die. Turns out it wasn't, so we're good. The thumbnail for your live VOD is your cat. Amazing. Yeah, Texas is the most Texas state. I think that Texas is also the most American state. Do you ever just hear random gunshots? Not recently. Our neighborhood's like relatively safe. That was clean. I mean, I did bump that guy, but it didn't count as me bumping him. Is Texas potholy? Yeah. Yeah. The only thing consistent in Texas is that it's always construction season. Yeah, it always weirds people out, like, from other, countries when I'm like, yeah, I was in university so long we had 1 bomb threat and 2, like, active shooters on campus. One was at UT and it was, like, actually a gunman who didn't actually shoot anyone aside from himself, if I remember right. Cop fucking cuts me off. And then the second one was just a carjacking, and he was running from the cops. I went to UT for a bit. Yeah, they kicked me out because I kept, like, protesting and shit. Yeah, we have a machete guy going on right now in Texas, or in Austin. There's some guy just, like, going for a walk down by the lake, and some guy just attacked him with a machete. When someone else jumped in to, like, get in the way or, like, help, the guy chopped off his fingers. Because this place sucks ass. Yeah, UT's racist as shit. Do you have an alibi for this knife moment? No, and that's the unfortunate bit. Oh no, they're gone. Like, his fingers are not coming back, apparently. I did not graduate from UT. No, they kicked me out before I got to graduate. Officially, it was for having too many hours, but I suspect that it was because I reported one teacher for being a bigot and protested a bunch, and told the newspaper off for not covering relevant stories. Like, there's some literal gay bashing down at Kirby Lane on campus, and like none of the reporters in the newspaper knew about it. Isn't Greenland not green? Did they refund you? No, that's not how it works. Fuck you. Give college money, then leave. Yeah, Iceland is the one that's green, and Greenland is the one that's ice. Right? That seems too hard. They updated Greenland recently? Oh, right. Yeah, it's probably greener now than it was. That's... Why don't we skip over to, Why don't we do, nicefessions now? I need a little bit of joy in my life right now. Excellent? That was good? I'm pretty sure I killed people. All right, sure, fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna do nicefessions. Same concept as sinfessions, but instead it's just gonna be like, say things that you have done or other people have done for you that's good, you know? How do we submit? It's gonna be the same thing as sinfessions. I'm just gonna read the ones that are like sinfession or not sinfessions. We're gonna go until I run out. I want to hear about, like, you helped a little old lady cross the street. I want to hear about, like, I don't know, like, that kind of shit. Like, someone said the other day that they were, like, working and some random woman gave them a necklace because it went with their outfit. I'm gonna go get some water, and then I'll send you a link. I'm dooming a bit too much, so I'm gonna use you guys to undoom. Yeah, humanity restored kind of shit. Thank you, Luigi guy. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. If you're watching the VOD on After Hours, the video is gonna end after I get back. So maybe go do something else. I have no wholesome confessions because all my good deeds tend to end with the message, no good deed goes unpunished. Well, let's reverse that, you know? Like, let's celebrate the good things that are happening in life. Sure, they're happening, you know? Something you're thankful for, something good that happened, you know? We hear about all the bad stuff all the time. I don't know. I'll be right back. 1 minute. Okay, so I am back. I mean, listen, this whole nicefessions thing, it may or may not work. I'm not actually sure. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're just giving it a go. Yeah? I'll be right back. Give me like half a second to flip the switch on YouTube. No, you're right, and I'm a little concerned it may not work either, but we're gonna give it a go, and hopefully it does work. All right, there we go.